You're telling me?
Candy? Ooh. Yay! Candy in my face! Candy! Yay! Candy in my face! Candy! Yay! Candy in my face! La 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 la!
Ironclad cordite. I was wondering what made my shaky little coalition of pawns self-destruct. I should have guessed it was you. I'm impressed. You know how to light matches inside a fireworks factory. Bravo. But really, it's not you I'm angry at. A dog can't be blamed for fighting to the top of a trash heap. That's its nature. I reserve my anger for my father, who should have killed you when he had you.
I would have if I was him.
Instead, he held you, in case you might be useful one day in some political bargain. Old fool. He fails to understand that bargains and alliances just lead to endless, unwinnable wars. Why can't he see the simple truth? That only by ruling everything and everyone can one truly My father isn't crazy. He's just a coward. Too afraid of being hated, haven't you? You killed both my brothers for me, clearing my path. Is that Sark?
Liberty Buchanan? My name is Lucia Wesson, and I call you out for the deaths of my family and the kidnapping of my father. Return him to me without delay. Also, I demand satisfaction from you. Gun to gun.
That'll have to wait until we're done here. But you can speed the proceedings and the release of your father if you switch sides and fight for me.
No, thank you, Miss Buchanan.
Then you'll have no one to blame but yourself when he dies. Whatever ultimatum you're here to give me, I'll attack! Now! Hurry!
About time.
Shoes and hand grenades.
You've won. You want to take me to my father? I'll go quietly. Then fuck you! I'll take some of you bastards with me!
not be satisfied until I see Buchanan dead at my feet. Are you ready to take down the Patriarch? Fine. My troops will stay here and prepare for the march to Kansas. Let's ride.
Shit up at the Speedway. We got us a grudge match tonight. Those filthy pendejos, the Scar Collectors, are gunning for the title against the Payasos. Who's gonna win? Who cares? We just want to see some carnage. Now, here come the Payasos with Herbie, el Insecto del Amor. Herbie! Holy shit! He's got a rocket launcher. Wait. What the fuck is he aiming at? Oh, shit!
Thank you for the rescue, friends. Forgive me for not looking my best. These savages haven't allowed me a bath or a change of clothes since they kidnapped me. I'm Percival Wesson, of the 100 Families.
Daddy? Oh, thank God I found you. I've been praying for this day.
Peaches, you're alive. I can't believe it. I was so afraid that...
Oh, but Daddy, Mama and little Percy are dead. The Dorseys killed them in the Garden of the Gods. I couldn't protect.
Hush, Lucia, hush. You would have saved them if it was possible to do so. I know that. Aren't you the bravest daughter that ever was?
I tried to be, Daddy. I went after Nelius Dorsey to get my revenge. The Rangers and I found him and confronted him.
You talked to Nelius?
I pulled the trigger on him myself. Mama and Percy, I got justice for them.
I didn't set out to kill the Dorseys. I just... Well, maybe I did. God forgive me. Maybe I did.
Oh, Daddy.
I'm sorry, darling. Truly. You see, years ago, the Patriarch asked me to get some men together and disrupt a meeting of the Dorseys, who were agitating to establish elections in Colorado. Saul, he didn't feel it was time for that yet. So we showed up in hoods, brandishing clubs, ready to teach them all a lesson. But it only took one Dorsey fighting back, and I started shooting instead of swinging. I was just so mad that they'd turn on the man who had saved us all. Well, once one was dead, we had to kill the rest, didn't we? I mean, we couldn't let my sins tarnish Saul's reputation. So we hunted him down. Until Nelius showed up at our doorstep, I thought we'd got them all.
What do I do now, Rangers? What do I do with my father? Let him live or die by the rule of law that he talked so much about when I was growing up. Yes, that seems just.
Whatever the judgment is.
Then I will take you to Sheriff Daisy. That's right. There's work yet to be done, isn't there? Daddy, will you promise me that you will go home and wait for me?
I will. I promise. I will be there when you get back. I love you, Lucia. Never forget that. Be a better Wesson than I was.
My knees hurt!
You're telling me?
Project solution built and ready for execution. Yield return sensor config. Compiler report. 0 errors, 0 warnings. Running constructors. Haptic sensor data stream has produced a viable enhancement model. Device recorded hours of agent activity and constructed final device to maximize efficiency.
MIA, cowboys. Dead Red checking in. Come back secure, you copy? Is Liberty Buchanan handled? That's a load off my mind. Thank you, Rangers. A little bird told me you've been making friends in high places. Got the sheriff and the families backing you now. So we might be able to get Buchanan to step down without spilling any blood. Band, let's rendezvous. Dead Red out.
Just sit tight, November. Help's coming.
November, you're here. Great. Ready to go have our little talk with the Patriarch anytime you are. But, you might want to see what your pals are thinking first. Wouldn't be a good idea to bring anybody along who wasn't on board with it all.
When I first saw you rolling up here in that old junker, I never thought it would come to this. And I never thought I'd be on board with it, but seems like you've got everybody who's anybody to go along with you. So I think it just might work out. And old Saul's been tired lately. Maybe he's ready for it too. Even if he can't admit it. I'm in.
Not even a month ago, I would have called this treason, Rangers. But you have showed me sides of the Patriarch I didn't think existed, and... well, if Uncle Gideon is with you on this, then I am too. As I know he has always cared only for the well-being of our state. I will follow you in this task.
Sure I am. Whatever it is.
Help you? Help him escape my gun? No. I won't stop you. But I won't return to the old man's palace until I have my army at my back. And then, that palace will be mine. So long, Rangers. Be seeing you.
Right, who's next? My people are telling me things are quiet. We'll catch old Saul with his pants down. Despite that, he might still try to take a swing at you when you tell him to step down. So if you want to take a moment to resupply, now's the time. When you're done with that, we'll mosey on down to the Patriarch's palace and say hello.
Do you really expect me to believe you're just going to...
Sergei, we've talked about this. It's time. The Patriarch has lost sight of the future. And if he listens to us, he'll survive along with everyone else.
And if he won't listen, well, we'll follow your lead, November.
I am, November. I've known Saul since before he founded Colorado. I've never acted against his orders once. So this whole thing makes me uncomfortable. I can tell you've got Colorado's best interest in mind. And the Saul I knew would respect that. I just hope he doesn't go down fighting.
All the important people know and have your support. After the Patriarch has been dealt with, I'll inform the rest. There'll be less resistance if you've already taken power. The families I'm concerned about will fall in line if I can lead with the news that the takeover is a fait accompli. This has been a difficult choice for many of us, November. But your honor and restraint have made it easier. Thank you. Colorado will be forever grateful.
I wouldn't be here if they weren't. I've got my most trusted people in position. The rank and file will move into the city when we reach the palace. I'm not expecting trouble, but if something does happen, the marshals will step in and take care of it. The smoother this goes, the better.
I'm gonna leave my crew here, just in case anyone gets cold feet and tries to warn him. But I'm coming with you. I started this, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't see it to the end.
Out there.
How long since you took a break?
Fine.
Come on.
How long?
Around the same time he had his last shower, which was... What year is it?
Glad you're gonna try removing the Patriarch without... Of course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
Motor oil doesn't smell like week-old meat. Go take a bath. And a break.
Yes, Mom.
I'd never have believed Daisy would turn on the Patriarch if she hadn't told me so herself.
Happy to. Take a look.
Just for the record, the googly eyes are decorative. My ocular set check it, bro.
We're out of that as well. Glad you're gonna try removing the Patriarch. Of course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
The path to peace wasn't totally bloodless. But somehow, Rangers, you kept the majority alive for the long term. I just hope you're prepared to deal with the needs of the many. Sure.
I haven't done enough, Dad. Thank you for letting me be here. Helping your people has made me so happy.
It's my understanding you negotiated a peaceful solution to the problems that plague Colorado's succession. It seems you've learned a thing or two about manners, Rangers. Of course, Rangers. It would be impolite not to share such tremendous deals.
November, good to see you. Give me 1 second to make sure. General, are you there?
Thank you, Gonzalez.
Yes, sir.
Team November. Glad we finally got through. Corporal Gonzalez said I should hear the details from you. An ambush. How many of you are left? What about my brother? That's great. Now, what about the mission? Gonzalez told me the page. Anything else I should know about? Then we're getting close to fulfilling our... That's... So, she's alive. What? That sounds... Well, we can I'm not asking you to fight Angie. So, hang up, damn it.
Looks like we lost the signal, November. I'll let you know if I get it back.
Can't tell you how relieved I am.
Only the best ingredients for my Rangers. It's hard to bring Colorado together. Stomach full of bitter rations.
That's a really cool model, but what is it?
We're going to
One
need
of the
a whole new
textiles
set of
from the
exhibits
Garden
to
of
tell
the
this
Gods.
story.
It's
We'll
to
need statues
commemorate
of
the
Team
Rangers'
November,
defeat
too.
of the Dorseys in the
Maybe
garden.
a diorama.
What's a tech spire?
It's like a high-tech greenhouse, I think. Those solar panels and focusing lenses are supposed to make it warm enough to grow food.
Huh, fancy.
Welcome to Hell, Rangers. I hope you can get a hand. All's well here, at least. We've kept both Dell and her people even lent a hand. We should consider finding a way to thank them when all this is over. What can I do for you?
Ludlow abused his authority to safeguard his charges, and is unrepentant of what he did. He is everything I strive to not be, Rangers. Justice is truly served by him being locked up here. Though I am already sick to shit, pardon my language, of him explaining how much better I could be doing my job. Cruel, small people that inflate themselves on the authority that they have scraped together cannot allow themselves to see what they really are. I think he'll be here for a while.
Good luck out there. Haven't heard so much gunfire since we left the plains. We came through all right, thanks to some of the recruits. If they hadn't pitched in, I doubt we could have held out.
Don't do anything stupid to try to get you out of here. Their hearts are in the right place. They ain't got a lick of sense between them.
Am I safe in here? Maybe you better free me just in case?
Seeing some weird things on guard duty today, Rangers. Whatever's going on, I'm totally with you.
We're almost ready to pack up and head out. I know you'll miss us, but it looks like you got some kind of handle on things.
Here to serve.
There we go.
Glad you're trying to end this peacefully. Just don't forget about Arizona when it all gets resolved.
The fuck you want me, condom? Come back when you're not a disappointment!
So, Little Vegas is no more, eh? Probably for the best.
Sheriff Daisy sent us the word. You won't get trouble from us.
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Here you are, all present and correct. With this, my nation is once again secure. You've earned the reward I promised your general. What? What are you saying to me?
We're saying it's time for you to sing Happy Trails, buckaroo.
Who are you? I don't know you.
Nobody important, Hefe. Just a red-headed stranger, here to watch the end of the movie.
You're all crazy. Don't you see you're surrounded by my marshals? Gentlemen, show these idiots what happens to jumped-up mercs who get big ideas. What the hell is this? Stand down! Ha! A show trial. First step on the road to tyranny. All right then, I'm ready. Always did love a circus.
Well, that's that. So what's the plan now, cowboys? You gonna stay here and help keep this place peaceful? That's the honorable thing to do, and it just might get me back in Woodson's good graces. And thanks for staying. We're gonna have a wild ride ahead of us trying to tame this place. At least it'll be interesting, yeah?
They don't know in Arizona what we did in Colorado on the trail. If we saved them or betrayed them, if we did the job we went for or we failed. Hard times in Arizona with the rangers and the settlers giving ground to the raiders and militia, and it seemed we'd lose the good life that we found. Then Buchanan made his offer, find my kids and I will help you save your land. So we rode for Colorado, praying that he'd be an honest man. In Denver we found valor, a son who didn't live up to his name. He turned against his father, siding with the old man's rivals seeking fame. But these rivals, they did trick him, swapped his brain with one they hadn't stored. Now his body walks among us, but valor doesn't live here anymore. Then we made our way to Aspen to find Buchanan's misbegotten son. The sicko named Victory, who pulled the legs off humans just for fun. Promised not to kill him after seeing what he'd done, he had died, which brought trouble from Buchanan. We didn't notice any others cried. On the track halfway to Kansas, we found Buchanan's daughter make her plan. Conquer Colorado with the help of desperados, gangs, and clans. Oh, Daddy wanted her alive. We couldn't kill the hive and not the queen. So she died with guns a-blazing like a hero on a Sunday Silver Street. In the end, it became clear that Buchanan was no better than his kid. If we let him stay in power, Colorado would be heading for the skid. So with the blessing of his subjects, we tried him for his crimes and took his throne. And thus we rescued Colorado and still saved our dear old Arizona home. What we did in Colorado on the trail. If we saved him or betrayed him, if we did the job we went for or we failed. But when the winter turns to spring, the news newcomers bring, they'll know that the Rangers kept their promise and the aid from Colorado's gonna flow.
I must have dreamed 1,000 dreams, been haunted by 1,000,000 screams, and I can hear them marching feet. They're moving into the streets. Now did you read the news today? They say the danger's gone away. I can see the fire still alive, burning into the night. There's too many men, too many people making too many problems, and not much love to go around. Can't you see this is the land of confusion? This is the world we live in, and these are the hands we're given. Use them and let's start trying to make it a place where
starry crown. Good